Hey folks, it's Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Always thrilled to be with you at Bang the Book. Follow on Twitter, Bang the Book. Follow me at Brian Blessing. Listen to the Sports Betting Podcast with our good friend Adam Burke. Great information all across the site at bangthebook.com. Hey, first and foremost, want to wish each and every one of you a very happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. And there's nothing like Thanksgiving Day football. And we've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner football, at least for us here in the Pacific time zone in Vegas. 3 games on the docket, and let's dive right in. Chicago and Detroit, and we're looking at the Bears about a 4.5 point favorite. The total in the game is 45.5. So you sit there and say, hey, the Bears are playing great. You can make a realistic case. Even the games they lost or tied this year, they could have won each and every game. And it was a workmanlike win over Minnesota on a game that was flexed to Sunday night. Bears are playing great. Detroit is Detroit, thoroughly inconsistent one day to the next. You don't know what you're going to get from Matt Stafford. But let's go between the lines here. For Detroit, this is old hat to them. It's Thanksgiving. They know how to prepare for the game. They know the drill. They know the routine. The fact that that Bears game got flexed to Sunday night, not only is this a quick turnaround from Sunday to Thursday, but it's Sunday night to Thursday at 12:30 Eastern. That's a quick turnaround, and from a scheduling aspect, I think you got to take a peek here at the Lions, and it may prove out that if there's a lack of focus and a lack of preparation, it may come on the defensive side of the ball to the point where the total of 45.5. I think you take a peek at Detroit and the over in this spot. Who's the better team? There's no doubt about it. It's the Bears. But the situation says maybe Detroit's the way to go. Then you get Washington and Dallas. Now, it's a number that's inflated, probably would have been 3.5 if Alex Smith were in there. Gruesome injury. Colt McCoy comes in. This number is up to 7. Total on the game, they brought down to 41. Well, McCoy's got some experience, and there are moments when he comes in, throws the ball, slings it all over the place, and looks good. And he actually did look good last week when he came in. Now, that's one thing to say he did that, jumping into the fray, but he's actually going to get a little work and some prep time for this. But the Cowboys at the moment are feeling their oats. Strong win for them. It was an ugly game against Atlanta. That was just atrocious. But then it heated up in the fourth quarter. Dallas found a way to go down and get the last-second field goal. And the bottom line is here, Washington was in a catbird seat to win this division. Now they lose their quarterback. All of a sudden, the Eagles don't seem to want it. The Giants, we know, have been bad. And all of a sudden, all things are pointing to Dallas. It's a big number, don't forget. It's a blood rivalry game. And then Atlanta and New Orleans, I will say this. And New Orleans is laying 13. The total on the game is 60.5. New Orleans just took Philly to the woodshed. And I would say buyer beware for them. I don't know what they were thinking, throwing a bomb in the closing moments of the game. Why was Breeze even out there? But you better take it into account that New Orleans does not take their foot off the pedal. Now, Atlanta's kind of had their heart ripped right out of their chest. It all started with the loss at Cleveland after they'd made a push. But you've got to go that this is a division game. And usually, and I know this is a really good New Orleans team, but it's a short work week. These games usually are track meets, indoor fast track, and whoever has the ball last wins the game. That's been the history of this series. We know New Orleans is a monster, and all eyes are pointing towards a New Orleans-Rams game down the road. But first things first, on a short work week, Atlanta going in there. I also kind of look at the road team in these scenarios on the holiday. Hey, it's a business trip. That's an awful lot of points. Everybody's looking at what they last witnessed. You know, at the beginning of the year, this number would have been maybe Atlanta or like New Orleans, maybe a 4.5, 5 point favorite. Now we're looking at 13. That's a lot of points. The dog could be barking in this spot. But the one thing I do think, it's going to be a track meet. After that crazy Monday night game we saw, don't think Drew Brees and Matt Ryan won't want to put on a little holiday show for everybody, too. It's Thanksgiving football. It's always a treat again. Hope you have a wonderful day with your family. Enjoy the football. I think there are actually some pretty intriguing matchups with 3 games coming your way on Thanksgiving Day.